Tuesday, May 10th, 2011. It is now 5:17 in the afternoon. We're at City Hall, City Council Chambers, 790 North Homestead Boulevard, Homestead, Florida. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Community Redevelopment Agency meeting, roll call, Madam Clerk.
Board Member Burgess.
Here.
Board Member Lobos.
Here.
Board Member Maldonado. Board Member Shelley.
Here.
Board Member Williams. Vice Chairwoman Warman.
Here.
Chairman Bateman.
Yes, here. Thank you, Madam Clerk. Deletions and/or deferrals. Mr. Manager. None? Okay, new business. Request for approval of additional funds. Tab 1. Who's taking it? Elizabeth. Well.
Good afternoon, Chair and board members. We're bringing to you this approval on May 17. We approved this CRA facade grant, residential, and emergency facade grant, emergency grant and landscaping grant. Ms. Johnny Ruth Brown was approved for emergency grant up to $10,000. This grant was for repairing the roof. We have a situation, unforeseen situation during the first phase of the repairing the roof, where they found some termites that caused more damage than expected, and we have to incur to finish the roof in additional expenses. We are asking for $2,000. Sorry. $2,800 additional to complete the job. This is $2,800 additional to the $10,000 cap for the grant.
Okay, thank you. Motion to move it forward?
Move it, Mayor.
Thank you. Second?
Second with discussion.
Yes. Now discussion. Questions from council?
Mr. Mayor?
Yes, please.
I don't have a problem necessarily with this particular project. I've spoken to staff and indicates that this is kind of an unforeseen circumstance. I just want to make sure that going forward, there's some sort of safeguards put in place so that we won't keep having this reoccur. Because, we have this grant and it's allotted for X number of houses or X number of people to benefit from. And if we keep running into these things, and the next thing is, the next one may be 5,000, then maybe 10,000, we're kind of depleting that grant on one property. So I just want to make sure we maybe better vet or understand the commitment that we're making, for projects, just so that this doesn't happen in the future. So I understand that this is a one-time occurrence and hopefully it continues to be that way, but I just want to raise it as a concern and make sure that going forward that, this is, things to look at in the future with making sure these things don't happen.
Okay, further questions from council? Hearing no further questions, I'll open this now. Public comment. Anyone who'd like to speak in favor or against, please come forward. Okay, hearing no public comment, seeing no public comment, I close the public hearing. Final comments from council? Hearing no final comments from council. Madam Clerk?
Board Member Burgess.
Yes.
Board Member Lobos.
Yes.
Board Member Shelley.
Yes.
Vice Chairwoman Warman.
Yes.
Chairman Bateman.
Yes.
The motion carried.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. CRA not-for-profit grant, tab 2. Entertain a motion to move it forward.
I'll move it.
Thank you. Second. Okay, staff report.
Good evening, board members. The recommendation forward that we're bringing to you is the recommendation for the non-for-profit grant committee. The recommendation to award the proposed funds in Exhibit 1 for $156,000. As you know, the committee that was created on March 2nd was in charge with bringing forth a recommendation to the board, and we've met a couple of times, and the recommendation you have in front of you is the disbursement of funds.
Thank you. Motion to move it forward.
Motion.
Thank you. Second. Okay, questions from council? We just did this, Dylan. Any other questions from council?
I just want to make a
Sure,
comment.
please.
I just wanted to congratulate the committee. I went to the first almost meeting, it was not a little mix-up, but then I went to the second meeting, and I thought, I know Mr. Hudson, right?
What's that?
Mr. Hudson, Hugh, I knew him as Hugh, he's here, and I just thought the committee did an excellent job, and I wanted to congratulate all of you. I thought you used due diligence, you really studied your material, and thank you, Ms. Lopez, for allowing me to attend the meeting. I got a lot out of it. Thank you very much.
Okay. Any other questions?
I just have a couple of comments
Sure, please.
to convey some of the committee members' statements. They thought that all the applications merited some kind of funds, but they went with the applications that had the most to do with what the mission of the CRA was. They enjoyed being part of the committee process. As a matter of fact, Mayor, we're going to meet one last time because the committee members would like to have input as to what to improve for the next go-round. They want some additional information to be included as part of the application criteria. They want there to be some kind of follow-up process to the application. So we've set a meeting for May 25th. The committee members have agreed to come together again, and they're just going to put together some recommendations that will then come towards mayor and council. And I want to thank them, even though we only have one in the public. They did an excellent job. We provided them with a lot of material, and they had a lot of material to read through, but they did their homework, came prepared to the meeting. Each one of you will represent it very well, and the recommendation that you have here is their recommendation, which is what I'm going to go with. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman Lobos. I would like to thank you for chairing that. I understand it went very, very well. I know that round 2 is coming up very soon. We talked tonight about it for preparation for round 2 next year. So we're already on it, and we're already moving forward now on the city side. So maybe we can learn from your meeting on the 25th. Some of the applicants have put their efforts forward that didn't receive what they thought they should have received. Maybe we'll learn from this follow-up meeting here now, which is good. Thank you very much. With the public, do I have anybody in the public that would like to come forward and have anything to say about the process at all? At this time, the public, yes, sir. Come on forward and state your name and address at the podium here for the record.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
while he's walking up, could I just thank my appointee,
Sure.
retired Colonel Hudson, for his diligence and hard work that he does. Every time I task him with something for the city, he comes back and does an outstanding job, so I just wanted to publicly tell him thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Hudson is a wonderful man. I personally know him too. His heart is in Homestead. Thank you, Mr. Hudson. Yes, sir. Name and address.
Good evening. My name is Michael Cove. I live at 1636 North Bluebird Lane in the Homestead Villages. I have a complaint that with the Carry Meat program, I believe it is, on February 22nd, 2011, I signed a $6,000 contract with them for services that was never produced, and my business is ready to open within another week or two, and to this day I still haven't received anything that I paid for. I paid $4,500 up front, and it's brought to my attention that this is a federal funded program, and they're not supposed to receive any type of money, concerning business, unless it's a donation, I believe. But I brought it to her attention that I wasn't satisfied with anything, and that I would like to have my $4,500 reimbursed. And I'm here to voice my opinion that they don't receive any type of grant until my money is reimbursed.
You caught me off guard. I'm here to get you some answers, but I'm pretty confused at this point. I would say that at this point, you maybe get with the manager, swap, exchange address, phone number, and we'll get to the bottom of it. I promise you. I promise. I don't think this is the venue right now to air it out. But if you get with the manager, Mr. Manager, would you please, and let's get to the bottom of this and figure out what took place. I'm sure you'll have some answers very quick, sir.
All right, well, my main concern is I just want my money back. And
No, I understand. I'm with you. I hear you all the way. I hear it. So if you'll do that now, or maybe you give your assistant city manager.
Okay.
You guys go ahead and go right now.
Thank you.
And let's get your address. David, you want to walk with him, please, and let's figure out what happened here instead of going through piece by piece tonight at this venue. Any further questions from the public? Hearing any further questions from the public? Not hearing no other questions, seeing no one else, close the public hearing. Any final questions from council? Hearing no final questions from council, please call the roll.
Board Member Shelley,
Yes.
Vice Chairwoman Wallman,
Yes.
Board Member Burgess,
Yes.
Board Member Lobos,
Yes.
Chairman Bateman.
Yes.
The motion carries.
Thank you. Okay, reports? Okay, public comments? Okay, before we adjourn, go ahead, please. You got a comment, please. I'll wait until you're done, then I'll...
At the Southwest Advisory meeting, I met a gentleman, Mr. Julius Riley, who, for whatever reason, was not able to participate in this process. I was hoping Mr. Williams would be here because I was going to push that to him, but because he's not, he's asked me to put a plea out to the community. He needs 5 computers. For whatever reason, he wasn't able to participate in the process of the non-grants. Of the grants for the nonprofits. So if there's anybody out there who has any computers, they need this for the workforce. We all heard what he had to say at the Southwest meeting. So 5 computers. If anybody can help out, I know it would do a great deal of service to the community. And I guess, Mayor, I'll announce it again at the council meetings.
Oh, please.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for remembering. And I'd just like to kind of recap and go over again with the CRA. I know that we haven't really lost a step with our director being gone. I know that you've filled it, I feel adequately with someone to oversee it. And of course, with the number 2 person there, who does a good job for us now with Ms. Manuel. I just would like to see at this next meeting, and we should have one very soon, of what the game plan is and where we're going. I mean, you're very good at mapping things out in an accrual form, and I'd like to see it mapped out. I really would like to see it mapped out. There's $8 million, or give or take, don't hold me to it, that we need to shift into second or third gear. We need to get moving. Because at the state level, they're recalling funds, and I assure you, once the county figures out how the state does it, the county is going to do it. So I say that projects that we have in hand and the wish list projects, every one of us should be on board, because the county will figure out a way how to mix us in one way or another. And we're fighting hard for some funds now at the state level. So with that said, please, each and every one of you, get behind whatever projects you feel are the most important to this community, and let's get these funds on the street. These funds do not help us in the bank account. They need to be on the street working for this community. So with that said, please bring your thoughts forward to the manager, and let's get moving. We're going to convene for 30 minutes because our next meeting is advertised for 6 o'clock. It looks like on my sheet here. 6 o'clock, is that true? Okay, so it's advertised for 6 o'clock, so we really need to take a break for 30 minutes, because if we start earlier and somebody comes, it's going to be shame on me. Thank you.
Could I say?
Please.
From now on, Mr. Manager, I would really like to see us not have a time certain.
Immediate follow.
A meeting to follow, because
Immediate to follow.
we have people here that probably would like to hear what's going to happen, and now we have to wait 30 minutes. So, Ms. Clerk, I think that if the council approves, I think that'd probably be a good idea. If the council approves.
What's the law on it?
When the meeting was asked for, it was asked for an hour. That's why it was scheduled as an hour. I apologize.
No, not your fault. I'm just saying, if we make this policy to always say, to meeting to follow, that way everybody, does that make any sense?
Sure, makes sense.
So whatever meeting we have prior to the committee of the whole, will,
It's immediately following.
no problem.
We'll roll
That
right into
way,
it.
that way, Elizabeth, you're covered, everybody's covered, and thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
It's fine.
How you doing? Computer